We've got a Tennessee black walnut cake with a caramel icing. We're going to start with a half a cup of shortening, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and we're just going to beat that up until it's creamy. We're going to turn that up a little bit and so we can get it to going. All right, now we're going to add 1 egg at the time. I have 1 in there, and here goes the second one. We're going to cream those up, and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of buttermilk and a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. All right, and to this, I'm going to add 2 ripe bananas. Now, I like to kind of mash my bananas up in their skin. And if you find that you've got bananas that's getting dark on you, all you have to do is throw them into your freezer. And on the days that you want to make banana nut bread or a Tennessee black walnut cake, you can pull them out because the darkness won't hurt it at all. And we're just going to let our beaters mash those bananas up. All right, I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I've added 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now I'm just going to stir that in together, and we're just going to put our flour into our mixture. We're just going to beat that up. Now, before we get started on the nuts, I think our cake is beat enough, so let me come over here and turn this off. Okay. Black walnuts have a very distinct, strong, sharp taste that your English walnut doesn't. Don't even bother making this cake if you don't have any on hand, because it will make all the difference in the world in the flavor of your cake. So we're going to take our batter, and we're going to, it's such a different odor. I wish I could describe it to you. But the flavor of this cake is going to be very memorable and distinctive once you taste it. All right, so we just folded those in. And we're going to spray our pans really, really good because we don't want our cake to stick. Now, if you're frightened of that, you can always dust your pans with a little flour. All right, now we're going to divide up our batter and put it into our cake pans and put these in the oven. And while I'm doing that, I think we've got some more footage from cooking school. So I hope y'all enjoy them. And when you come back, we're going to be making caramel icing. And we're going to frost these sweet cakes up. And we're going to taste a Tennessee black walnut cake. All right, I have to tell y'all, as a young bride, one of my favorite cakes in the whole world was a caramel cake. Well, years and years ago, I discovered this recipe, and caramel frosting now is just a snap. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to melt a stick of butter and light brown sugar. So we're going to add a cup of sugar, and to that now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of heavy cream, and we're just going to let this come to a boil because we want to dissolve our sugar. We want this to be nice and smooth. And I'm going to just be on the safe side. And I'm going to bring out a little extra heavy cream, and I'm going to have it to the side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 1 box of confectioner's sugar. All right, we've removed it from the heat. And now all we're going to do is take our mixer and just beat it until it's smooth. Can you believe what an easy recipe this is? If you try it, you're going to love it. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. Give it 1 more quick beat. All right, it looks out of this world delicious. I'm just going to lay a few strips of wax paper around my cake plate. I'm going to stick a little icing right there, so my cake will stick to the plate. And then when I get through icing this, I'll just pull these out and my plate will be clean. All right, so we're going to stick that in the very center. And you'll find that this frosting, as it cools off, it'll get real thick on you quick. So if you need to, all you have to do is stir in a little extra cream. And I like a thick layer of my caramel icing in between my cake layers. All right, gonna stick our other cake layer up there. Now I'm gonna take some skewers, gonna break it off. Now these work better than a toothpick because you're so much more sturdy. Okay, we are ready to finish frosting our cake. Those skewers are gonna keep our cake from sliding on us. Ooh, I can't hardly wait to cut into this cake. Now when I get all the frosting on this, you can see how this gets tight quickly. So I'm just gonna stick my knife down in my cream and smooth it out just like that. Now we wanna very quickly get our nuts on here while our frosting is still damp. So we're just gonna take our nuts and we're just gonna go around and press them into the side of our cake, just like this. All right, now all I have to do is gently pull out the wax paper, dump back the rest of the walnuts into the bowl because I can use them another time. Now look how easy and simple and pretty that cake is. I think all it needs is just a few strawberries, say right in the center. Michael's gonna be a happy boy.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.